to the Peach State. Welcome to Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game, just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A short one there to Ogden. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
7 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. A gain of 7 and a first down.
Buccaneer first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 43, here's second and 5. Right back to Irving. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Here's Mayfield. He'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
The handoff, it's Irvin. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. To throw is Mayfield. Got a man! It's Ibuka! Complete! Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12. And a first down.
Buccaneers.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
It's Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Get this complete right side to Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Cade Otten. Touchdown Buccaneers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Falcons nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Well, Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
And in year 2, it's really where we see the growth between being a rookie starting quarterback in the NFL and now a quote-unquote veteran quarterback in the NFL. And some of those early lessons that he went through, the ups and downs that are inevitable for any young rookie quarterback, now it's can he build on those? Can he take that next step and become the leader of this organization that they all think he can be? So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On play action, Penix. He'll look London's way again. This complete again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's
14
good.
yards on that
Falcons.
pass play there. First down, Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's second and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
Mooney in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
On the stop. A loss of 2 brings up second down at the 43-yard line.
Second and 11. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on second down. Short throw taken by Pitts. And will be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with first and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
On second down, here's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
14 yards.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
These curl routes.
line.
He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He'll get this out wide. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and
he will get into the end zone. Charlie Werner. Touchdown Atlanta.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Buccaneers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. A give. This is Irving. And this will be a Bucs first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll go again here with Irving. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And it's going to be fourth down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line.
At their own
the Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. On the option, here's Robinson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Penix. That's the tight end. Pitts. Then he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's good for 27 and a first down.
That's good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Another run here for Robinson. This this time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On second down, Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The shotgun. It's Penix. He'll step up and run. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to 1st and goal. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go. Coming up with 3rd and goal. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Off he goes. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
A gain of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. Taken in by Godwin. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
At the 32-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Throwing is Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Tampa Bay.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Mayfield. Our pass, it's complete. It's Shepard.
Complete to Sterling Shepard. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle.
3 brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon first down
at the 43-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. Yeah, that's a nice job. Something out of nothing. Sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plant. It's Penix. Connection made to Mooney. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 33 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll run with Robinson. Robinson. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
6-yard gain.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Bucs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. It's over the middle of the tight end, and he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
On 1st down, here's Irvin. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
45-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's going to carry that ball loosely, and it is out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2. They'll run with Robinson. And he will get into the end zone and hook the lead up by 2 more.
Falcons 21, Buccaneers 7.
Scott. Thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bucs offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Left side, he's got Ibuka. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove. And there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open. And you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game. But I like in this case, the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
That's Ibuka in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. He's got the connection there to Ibuka. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. On play action, Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his time. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Mayfield. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Irving. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Baker to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, but it's probably a touchdown.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he will score! Game on! Emeka Egbuka! Touchdown, Tampa.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers draw closer here. It's 21-14.
21. Buccaneers 14.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
Short throw taken by Penix. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
To return is Johnson. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. They'll drop to throw. Godwin working the right side. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll stick to the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A short one there to Otten. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here is 1st and goal. It's Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1 final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And now they're going to go for two and a possible win. And the crowd rising to make this even more difficult. Now, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. Not playing for the OT. They get the two-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minute. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
We'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So a win here for the visiting Bucs. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.